I see that smile on your face. You like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
We got you. We want to thank you for tuning into Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast, where we told you we're going to continue to share life experiences. We are live tonight, not on a pre-record, and we want to welcome Giovanni Jackson. He has gone. He's about to go on American Got Talent in 2026. He is the Jumprope King, and we're gonna get
Yes,
into a lot
ma'am.
too much. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and then also we have another special guest, Sid. Sid is out tonight, so we have Shania filling in for Sid, one of our youth at the Good Fight, and we just love Shania. So she is jumping in. Shania, you ready, boo?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. Well, Giovanni is going to come up and introduce himself. And then as Sid does, Shania going to do, she going to kick off that first question. And then we just going to go back and forth. Welcome, Giovanni. If you could come up and tell us a little bit about yourself, and we're going to get on into it.
Hello, my name is Giovanni Jamal Jackson, and I live in Saginaw, Michigan. I've been living in Saginaw, Michigan, and I'm 44 years old. And I also have performed doing jump roping. I played in plays. I'm also a Motown singer, also too. And this is what I've been doing. I've been doing this since I was 11 years old, and the reason why I choose jump roping, went viral in jump roping, and I have did it ever since COVID-19 back in 2019. And this is what I have did for stress and depression. I have did it for obesity because I was almost obesity, 100 pounds overweighted. And now that I have made it big and viral on TikTok and on Instagram, and I'm about to be on America's Got Talent back 2026 coming up. So, and this is what I've been doing, and this is what I love to do, and this is what I'm happy of doing, and I enjoy life, and and this is what I enjoy doing with my life, and I'm also a ballroom dance instructor too, also, and I've been dancing 26 years. And anybody have any questions about what I do, and any questions?
Nope. Shania going to get into it. Go ahead, Pooh.
So hi, Mr. Giovanni. The first question will be, tell us a little bit about your childhood.
My childhood, I grew up around a rough, bad neighborhood on Kirk Street. And when I grew up on Kirk Street, I didn't really have a good childhood, but I was always struggling when I was in high school. But when I went to junior high school, this is when it started in junior high school. It was a struggle for me, and I was in regular ed classes. My mom put me in regular ed class, special ed classes, special education, because she felt that I needed special attention. And once I went to high school, I was in special ed classes for the same thing. When I graduated out of high school, then I got into regular ed classes, and then there was a lot of teachers and staffs. They had said bad and mean and hateful things about me when I was growing up. And I made it through high school. I got all good grades, all A's and B's when I was in school. And I had made it through high school. And when I went to Delta College, I got all A's and straight A's and B's and in Delta and in college. And I was in regular classes also. Um, and it's been a struggle for me dealing with my mom, my sister, my mom and my sister. They go through a lot of stress also too. So, and
Okay.
pretty much so. And I hung on in there. And I'm a strong person. I always have been a strong, intelligent person.
Okay. So I want to jump back into school because bullying is a big piece that we always talk about. You mentioned that the teachers actually picked on you and said things about you. How was that navigating through junior high and high school?
It was navigated through junior high. It started in junior high when I was 11 years old. And I was being bullied too, also too. And I wasn't gonna be able to read, I wasn't gonna be able to write, I wasn't gonna be able to do math. And when I had like a evaluation, an IMP meeting, and I had to learn a lot of things on my own just by practicing. I proved teachers and staffs wrong. I wasn't gonna be able to drive and get a driver's license and go to a regular ed school, and I wasn't gonna be able to pass for me to be able to go to high school and I pass all my classes. But I stayed focused and I stayed always had a positive attitude, and I didn't never let that bring me down. I always have let things bother me a little bit, and then I just stayed positive and stayed focused on passing my grades, getting good grades, passing my classes also too. So and I hung on in there once I was in junior high, and then when I was in high school, and I had the same problem in high school, teachers and staffs and principals. And there was this one guy named Mr. Adam in high school. He showed me a picture. I remember this before he died 10 or 15 years ago. He said he put me in his office when I got in trouble. He said, "Look here, young man, you know this guy in this book, in this yearbook used to go to my school." I said, "No." He said, "Guess who? He's an actor. He's a famous actor. And he went to Arthur Hill High School." He said, "Sit down. I'm gonna tell you who he is. And I want you to stay out of trouble. I want you to make something out your life." Giovanni Jackson. He said, "This is Tom Cruise. That's the actor that went to school in Arthur Hill High School, and he did plays. He started out doing plays on my stage at Arthur Hill High School." And I said, "Wow." I said, "This is amazing. You showing me this picture of this guy. That's an actor. That's a legendarian." And I was shocked that, for him to take me in his office way in the back and just show me all this stuff of different people that went to school back in the 1980s. And I always learn something from different people though. And he said, "Young man, I want you to be just like this guy, and I want you to be an actor. I want you to be a famous person just like this guy, because I'm feeling you're gonna make something out your life. You're gonna do something big with your life." He been telling me that ever since 1998, 1999 and 1998, when he took me back in his office back in the 90s. When I graduated from school, it was 1999 when I graduated from Arthur Hill. And I and that was pretty much it. And Mr. Adam, he was a good principal, and I missed him pretty much.
My next
But
question is, how did bullying affect your self-confidence?
I didn't believe except my self confidence. It's by listening. It's by listening to by me listening to people all the time, getting different advices from different people all the time though. But sometimes I might not believe in what people be saying. But I'll be saying to myself, "No, this ain't right." And then I just think I always have been a person. I always had try to do right though, and try to do right by people and treat people right though. So also and always had a mind that was always, I ain't let nothing bring me down. I always stayed positive though. And I know people can say hurtful and hateful mean things to me though, and do evil and mean things to me though. But that didn't stop me. I didn't let that bring me down though. So, and I'm still happy, and I still enjoy life though for who I am, for what I do. So, and that's pretty much what I can say about me. And once you're a person that knows me and knows who I am, Giovanni Jamal Jackson and Saginaw, always posting stuff, going social media, and I'm always inspiring people, brighten up people's world though, and making a lot of people happy. I made even people that's depressed went into a depression, almost suicide, about to kill themselves, and I brighten their day up and turned their whole day around though by watching my videos of me jump roping. I gave them a good laugh, and they can't never stop thinking about me posting videos. And I said, "Wow, I cannot never believe in this." With I aspiring people, so many people out in the world, the whole United States, though.
Mm-hmm.
But
I want to ask, from the bullying, did you get in a lot of fights in school?
Yes, I did.
Did you, so how was that, having to fight your way through school?
Me, me fighting my way through school is just by me. Like when people call me names and then I get mad, like call me punks, uh names like retarded and calling me the word gay, whatever, and then I get mad and then I fight them and then attack them and then so and then it was a lot of people that was like that in school though, and then when I was growing up in school though, it just still a lot of idiots like that in life though. And a lot of things, as I grew older, I didn't let a lot of things bother me for what people saying though. And then I know sometimes though, people around your own family can be negative and jealous of you too though. So and I don't let nothing bother me though. I just live life and I just lived. I just when I was young, I just always got mad. I had a little temper on me though, and I didn't let. And then now I don't even let nothing bother me no more as you get older. So and and I got suspended. I got suspended from school 10 days, but my the principal, Mr. Adam, he told me, and then he saved me, and then he brought me back to school, and then I had to make up homework and stuff too for me to be able to get my grades and stuff back right. And and I'm glad I passed my classes and all that stuff, and I was praying that I could make it through high school. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna make it through high school. I'm gonna work my hardest to make it through high school, and I'm not gonna give up, and I'm not gonna be a failure though. And I made it through high school. So once I made it through high school, and the story was, and then my auntie Sue that was alive then, she said, I'm gonna teach you how to ballroom dance. And then I said, yeah, you can teach me how to ballroom dance. And then I've been ballroom dancing ever since 1999. Then I went to a trade school after that. And I passed the trade, and then I took some trade school classes in Kalamazoo. And I stayed there for a year. And I got a certified certificate and came back here and got a job in Saginaw, Michigan. And after that, I went to Delta College for a while, for about a year. And I got all straight A's and B's in regular ed classes. And I studied hung on in there. And then I got my friend named Jughead. It was this older guy that, and I didn't have no driver's license back then. I was depending on people to take me places and stuff. That I didn't get my license till when I was 29 years old. And he said, "Son, I'm gonna teach you how to drive. You like a son to me." And and this is an older guy named Jug. He was a school teacher from Ohio, and he lived in Saginaw, Michigan. And I said, yeah. And then he looked out for me, taught me how to drive. I got my license in 4 months. I started in January, got my license in May, in June. And that's when I took the road test. And then I never had to operate a vehicle, never learned how to drive. And then people didn't even want to take the time out to teach me how to drive. And when I was going to like a driver's ed school, they'll put me like in their car one time to see they can show me how to drive. And they say, well, sir, you don't have the ability to be able to drive. And I'm like, wow, y'all didn't even give me a chance to try to learn how to drive. I don't even know how to operate a vehicle at all, though, when I was 29 years old. But I learned, though, from Jughead. He took the time out. His real name was Robert Spencer. And I called him Jughead. And he passed away last year. And he was a good friend of mine. He was like a dad to me, like a big brother to me. Jughead though, but I truly miss him. But I got my license and I was excited to get my license. I was driving around like I was crazy after that. But I'm glad Jughead had helped me got my license though, and then I'm glad he helped me did a lot of things though. And you got some people out here, they helpful, and some people out here, they so jealous and envy and not supportive of others. And that's how a lot of people is out here in the world, though. So that's what I learned about people out in the world. So, but any other questions y'all have to ask me?
Yes.
We got a whole lot of questions. You ain't done.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
The
in a
next
minute.
questions is, how did you get into ballroom dancing?
I got into ballroom dancing. The story is, quick story. My auntie, I kept asking my auntie back when I was 17 years old, Auntie, when are you going to teach me how to ballroom dance? My auntie name was Suzette Jameson. And back in 99, she was at this old place called the Park Place. And when I was seeing her when I was a little kid, I wasn't even old enough to get in the bars or nothing. I was seeing my auntie was doing a lot of spending. And I always used to look at like Dancing with the Stars on TV and Soul Train. I always wanted to be on Soul Train when I was a little kid. And I said, I kept just bugging her and said, Auntie, are you going to teach me how to ballroom dance like you? And she finally had got me into the old Park Place, a building down on Washington over there by Vargas Taco Place. And she said, Jamal, come into place. But you're not old enough to get in the bar, though. When we leave, we're going to the other bar down at the Cadillac Club. You got to be 21. I was 17 years old when I first learned how to ballroom dance. And my auntie named Suzette, she always did competitions and stuff and dance. And she grew up all her whole life when she was a little kid. And she was one of the best, outstanding, amazing dancers in the world. She didn't want to do professional hip hop dancing to be on Soul Train, but she refused to be on Soul Train with the other guys. And named David. He was a professional, famous dancer. David was a well-known dancer, and he passed away. And Suzette just said, well, I'm going to do it for fun. And she led me on. She gave me the ropes and showed me the ropes how to dance when I was 17 years old. And I've been dancing ever since then, 27 years now. And when she taught me how to ballroom dance, she taught me Detroit style and she taught me Chicago stepping. What they do like in Chicago stepping. And after a few years later, I started learning all these other dances like swing dancing, salsa, foxtrot, waltz, all these other over 35 different styles of how to ballroom dance. And I wanted to try to be on Dancing with the Stars after that. And after I started dancing, I seen this guy named Bobby in Detroit. And he was pulling his girlfriend or his wife by her hair, spinning her down real low. And these couples, that's what made me stay at it, ballroom dance. And that's what motivated me more and made me be more inspired of seeing people dance like that doing ballroom dancing. But I had learned from other people by watching other people and other people and inspired me how to ballroom dance and stuff. Pretty much.
Okay, I love that. I want to jump back really quick because you say you didn't get your license until you were 29 years old. I want to ask, what was the how did it feel depending on others to drive you around, just depending on them? What was what was that like?
It was like me asking somebody to give me a ride, and then when I was asking my cousins them that stayed here in Saginaw, I ain't gonna mention no names though. It was a cousin of mine though. She went to the casino, and sometimes she takes me to the casino. And then when I ask her to give me a ride, and then she don't show up, and you don't hear from them, and then they don't answer their phone at all. And I was saying, wow, why did they play me like that? And then people left me stranded a couple places. And then when I hung out with them, like at the Cadillac Club, that was one of my cousins. She left me stranded at the bar. And my mom or somebody had to come pick me up and stuff. So, and you know, people could be something else though. And then I had to think about just getting my own license. And then after that, my auntie, she bought me a car after that. She bought me my first vehicle when she hit that. She was one of the ones hit the jackpot. Hit one of those ones. She one of those ones that hit her for $100,000, and she bought me my first vehicle. And I was excited to get my first vehicle. And I had a blue Grand Am, my blue raggedy car Grand Am. It was a 97. It was an older vehicle. I was driving that car around to death. I was, and it lasted me a year. But it had a lot of high mileage on it also, too. So, but
Okay, I want to ask, what got you into jump roping also?
and what got me into jump roping? I started out jump roping. This lady named Bernadine Henry from New York, and she's jump rope like a boxer. And I seen her post a video, and when I had questioned her and approached her about her jump roping skills, and I said, "How did you learn how to jump rope like that? How can you move that rope that fast like that?" And she said, and then I asked her questions about how to do like the turning and the little crisscross real fast and the little tricks that she does. And she said, "Well, Giovanni," then she sent me a challenge video, and I challenged her. And that was when I was at the 24-hour fitness gym on Bay Road before it closed down. And she had me jump rope and trying to jump rope like her so fast. And I said, "I'm gonna get this." I said, "I'm not gonna give up." Back in 2019, when everything was shut down, then the gyms in some places were still open, and people was getting fined in some places because people was having their places and their business and stuff open and stuff. So and so Bernadine sending me videos and then complimenting me on my jump rope. And she said, "Keep it up. Good job. Keep going. Don't stop, Giovanni." And then now look at me now. I done got more advanced than her, doing way more tricks and doing a lot of creative stuff and jump roping I never even did. And the Chicago Morning News had came along to interview me, and America's Got Talent end up calling me, and then they interview me, and then NSPN Sports came along, want to credit my videos, platinum for my videos. Laurencio Tate, a lot of the movie stars had platinum for my videos, and I'm on Twitter also too, and made it viral on Twitter. And I didn't even know I was on Twitter. And I said, wow, I started off with TikTok first, and I didn't know people was gonna like my videos, what I'm posting and jump roping. And I said, wow, I didn't ever know I was gonna be winning millions of views, 4.million, 5 million, 10 millions of views like that. And a lot of people all in Saginaw and would come up to me and be taking pictures of me and stuff. They said, "You the world famous TikTok and you world famous internet famous now." And now that's when it led to that after 2 or 3 years ago. And now I'm still going viral in some of my videos that I'll be posting. It depends what I post and depends how creative I do in my jump roping and stuff though. It depends what kind of stuff I come up with. And I love it though, and it's it relaxes my mind, it keeps me motivated and all that stuff too. So and it's a skill, and I know it's a lot of jealous and envy people out here, and I don't worry about that no more. And I have to separate myself for so many people now because I didn't know I didn't even know I was gonna go so viral and be so famous and be in world internet star famous on what I do and stuff now. So
Okay. I want to ask because I want to go back a little bit before we get too deep into the jump rope. In your going through a transition, your sister got sick and you had to become a caretaker. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
yes, ma'am. My sister had got sick, and what happened? And when my sister got sick, she went into a depression, and she didn't pay her bills and stuff, and she got behind on her bills, and she struggled with her light and gas bills and all that stuff. Though, and Tyrus went into a depression, and then it led to her did some damage to like her brain when she had a stroke, whatever, and her body, certain parts of her body and stuff. So, and I've been helping mom out a lot with Tyrus, my sister though, and I tell Tyrus that she have to move around and stuff though, and I love my sister though, and a lot of it though has have to do with depression what she's going through though, and then I'm trying to hang on in there with my sister, even though it's a lot of work though, with me dealing with Tyrus and my mom and stuff every day and stuff, and then going through depression and stress with them though, and I have to find something to do every day though to relieve stress from them though and stuff. So, but and that's what happened to Tyrus. That's the story about Tyrus, and it's been 10 years now. So, but my phone about to die on me in a minute. My phone about to die on me, and I'm trying to hang on in there.
Hold up, don't let it. Where your charger at?
Okay, hold on 1 minute.
Go get that charger.
Yeah, hold on 1 minute.
Okay.
Oh, how much longer we gonna be? So I'm just okay. Here we go. Hold on 1 minute.
Okay.
Yep. Get another charger right quick.
Okay. And then while you're walking and talking, can you tell us a little bit, because you were a caretaker, that led to some mental health issues with you as well. Can you talk about that a little bit? Oh, I hope his phone don't go out. Hold on, y'all. We having some technical difficulties. Hold on. If he goes out, he'll join back in. Shania, while we're waiting for Giovanni to come back, I want to thank Shania. Shania is one of our youth through the Good Fight. She's a part of our programs, and she's filling in for Sid tonight. So how do you feel so far, Shania?
I'm a little scared because it's my first time. But,
Okay.
I'm okay.
It's okay?
Okay. Okay.
It feel good? This your first time being a co-host?
It is. It really is. It's my first time.
Well, I'm gonna put y'all out there. I love y'all. Y'all voices are very important. So while we're on intermission, I guess we could talk about, until Giovanni comes back, let's talk a little bit about the Good Fight and what we do. This is an extension of supporting the Good Fight, and bringing life experiences to share in hopes that someone will connect to start the journey to healing. What do you think about the Good Fight?
So at first, when I had came to the Good Fight, I was going through a lot at the time. Like, I was trying to basically make a big transition from middle school to high school. And I really wasn't taking it the best, because people really do not know that the transition to middle school and high school is very hard. You don't do the same things you do in middle school that you could do in high school. It's way more stricter. It's way more people. So when I had came to the Good Fight, I was really just looking for a way to transition the correct way. And I'm more of like a hands-on learner. So it's hard to be a hands-on learner after COVID, because when COVID had hit, it was just online learning. So we were all online. So it really wasn't a real hands-on. It was just everything was online. So when I had came to the Good Fight, like, something in me had switched. I became more versatile in being like a hands-on and a visual learner. So I'm way more better in both areas now than I was when I first came. So I could say that tutoring, it helps. Those Saturdays, it helps. It helps. It may not be helpful you waking up out of your sleep, but in the long run, it helps. When you see your grades, when they go in and you're just like, yeah, I did it. It helps.
And then you get to meet new people.
Yeah. You get to meet new people. You get to socialize more with kids because I was a very shy person at that, and I don't let a lot of people in. But when a good fight came around, I was like, oh, okay. Everybody's around our age, if not they're younger than us. So it's good to be around people your age so you can feel a sense of like, oh, okay, I don't have to be so and not talk and do anything. I get to be around people that's my age that know the experiences that I'm going through, that we can both relate to certain things. Like four of the people that are there now, because now the good fight, it's getting packed. It's not getting packed, but we're a good group now. It was levels to we're at the top now. So yes, now I have people that I could relate to. We do the same thing. So yeah.
Okay, good. I love it. Okay, Giovanni is back. Thank you.
Girl, I didn't know my phone was going down me that fast like that.
Well, you on the recording, so let's get back into it. Shania, you want to go, or I guess if you want to go back into the caretaking and the mental health it led up to, and then Shania can kick off the next question.
Okay.
I love you, Shania.
I love you too.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready now. So.
Okay. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about going into the caretaking of your sister and some of the mental health issues that it caused?
I could talk a little bit. I went into caregiving ever since 10 years now. So it's been 2000. I want to say 2020 when I first started with Tyrus, and when and then what was happening to me, it was draining me to death. Though when Mom brought Tyrus home, and I didn't have no energy, and it was draining my whole body though, and it just felt like I didn't have no energy. And then that's when I started just laying around, just started eating a lot. Just started eating like so much fast food restaurants, like 4 meals a day, eating a lot of sugar and bread, mostly way too much sugar and bread. And Mom though, and then my mom, I know she's older though, and Mom didn't realize what I was doing to myself. And then when I went to the doctors, my family doctor, and then the doctors was asking me, they said, well, Giovanni, what's going on with you? And why are you eating so much sodium? I said, what do you mean so much sodium? Is you exercising on a regular basis? Is you staying active on a regular basis? And I said, yes, I am. And they asked me, they say, well, Mr. Giovanni Jackson, what foods are you eating? And why are you eating so much greasy foods? And I said, well, I'm exercising. And they said, well, Giovanni, it's what you eating is making you gain so much weight, Giovanni. And I said, well, doctor, I try to exercise more, but that didn't work. And then they said, well, Giovanni, we need you to go on a diet. Now we need you to try to lose some weight, Giovanni. And I was 200, my weight got up to 298 pounds. That's when I choose a jump rope. That's when I choose jump roping. And I bought my first plastic cheap rope at Walmart. And when I bought my first plastic cheap rope at Walmart, and then I was always taking it like to the gym on Bay Road before the gym closed down on Bay Road. That was during COVID-19. I bought a rope. Every time I bought a rope from them, that plastic rope, it always break in half, and I always had to buy another one from them all the time. So and when I got into like the professional ropes, and I was seeing people jump rope online, and I was approaching them about their jump roping skills and inspiring them and stuff. So and I was complimenting them about their jump roping skills, and that's what made me start doing the things that I do. And people, I guess they didn't. My mom, she still don't understand that. Why did I do the things that I do? And I didn't went right. I'm doing a positive thing out here with myself now, and I'm proud of myself, and a lot of people out here in the world proud of me though. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of positive people and a lot of negative people dislike me and be judgmental on what I do and stuff though. But I don't let that even bother me no more. So, but I have hung on in there. I have always have been a strong person, a positive person. I didn't let nobody bring me down for what I'm doing. And I get people ask me on live on social media, and what are you training for? Why are you training? Why are you jump roping? And I couldn't get nobody to train me. I couldn't get nobody, and people tell me like this here: stop eating. You'll lose weight if you stop eating, and um, do this to lose weight. All you got to do is do this to lose weight. It's a lot of hateful, mean people out here in this world. They don't want to help you do anything out here in this world, and I had to figure out a lot of things on my own, and how to do things, and how to do my own thing, and how to create my own thing in life though, and how to do positive things in life though, and I love what I do, and I enjoy life what I do, and that's what makes me happy. Jump roping and going out dancing, singing karaoke, and going out ballroom dancing and stuff though, and God always have blessed me with money and different things in life though, if it's for me though. So
My next one will say, what are the positive things that you have gotten out of jump roping, ballroom dancing, and all the things that you do that make you happy?
what makes me happy? Going out, just going out mostly, just maybe socializing with people and going out like for a walk. And what makes me happy, and I'm always posting videos. You can even tell in my videos what I do. Jump roping is the most thing that makes me happy. That makes me feel like that I had accomplished something in life, and it motivates me, and it keeps my mind focused, and it builds up my endurance, it builds up my stimulus, and and it also stimulate my mind though, and that to make my mind stay focused and positive though, and that's what jump roping have did to me. And a lot of people don't know what jump roping can do to your body. It can change your whole life. It can change your whole lifestyle and your behavior and attitude and ways towards people. And I tell people, you can learn how to jump rope too. Just go buy a rope, practice. Feel free to ask anybody questions, ask an expert, ask a pro, ask somebody that's more advanced. Just like somebody had asked me on Instagram today. They messaged me on Instagram, a white guy from out of town, way somewhere, down south somewhere. He said, guy, how did you learn how to jump rope like that? What can I do to learn how to jump rope like that? And I said, well, feel free to ask me any questions. I teach jump rope lessons now. And and you can learn jump rope lessons through me. Just ask questions. And people send me money cash app now, through Instagram now. So, and I charge like $20 like an hour, like for learning jump rope lessons and stuff now. So
I love that. I want to talk really quick. I want to jump back because I think it's important, especially in males, to talk about navigating through stress and depression. Can you talk a little bit about how the depression started, the depression and the stress started, and through the stress and the depression, um, how much weight you gained before the stress and the depression.
Okay, depression. It started for me just eating, laying around eating, and I get upset about small things and let little things bother me for what people saying or and how they think about little small things and what they saying. And I noticed like when I was just eating, I would just eat before I was eating at all times of nights. I was eating before I go to bed. And with my friend, an older guy named Benson, and he noticed I wasn't myself. He said, Giovanni Jamal Jackson, you're not yourself. What's going on with you? And I said, you putting on so much weight, you are changing. Your whole personality is changing. And I said, you kind of right, Mr. Benson. My personality is changing, and I just didn't even care none about how I was eating. A lot of times I eat just to be bored and get upset about things what my mom be saying. Because I know sometimes my mom could be a mean person. I know sometimes she could be negative, but I love my mom to death. But I hangs on there with my mom and my sister. But the behavior and stuff around the house, I know it got to change though. And I got even stronger when when the doctor sat down and talked to me and said, "Well, Giovanni, you're gonna have to try to do something with yourself, take better care of yourself, and you're gonna have to lose some weight. And there's a multivitamin pills that you can take." And I said, "Where can I get them from?" And she said, "Well, Giovanni, your vitamin D is low, and your iron and all that is low, and you're not exercising properly, eating the right kind of foods and stuff." And so I just said, you know what? I go to the GMC store and I brought my first vitamin pill, energy metabolism pill, and I've been taking that ever since then. After 4 or 5 years now, and now that I wake up every morning at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and take that every morning, and it gives me tons of energy out through the whole day, and it makes me move around. It makes me feel more relaxed and everything and stuff too. And I order my other vitamins off of Amazon, 15,000 milligrams. They the triplets. They just like the testosterone, build up my testosterone level, my energy level too, to make me move around and stuff. And I take those every morning. And when I get up and take those every morning, it makes me feel good and better about myself. And I have to and that makes me discipline myself and make me move around and do more stuff for myself. So, but other than that, it's a lot to deal with my family every day. My mom, my sister, and I love them to death. And I tell them every day they have to change their behavior. Tyra's
Mm.
laying around. She's overeating and obesity, and I don't know how much longer it's going to be me taking care of my sister. But I have been a strong person for my sister. I try to motivate my sister, and I try to get her to move around. But a lot of things, mom and Tyrus, they not listening, and they don't believe in that what nobody be saying unless something happened though. So, and Tyrus scared me. She's Tyrus is my sister though, and I love her though. So I wish the best for my sister though, and my mom though, and I love them to death though. So
Yes. My next question is, how much weight have you lost over the course of the 5 years with you doing jump roping and ballroom dancing and everything that makes you happy as a
yeah.
whole?
Well, I went down. I was down to two. I was down. I went down to 250, 259, and then I know I gained a few back though. So I go up and down. So and then right now I'm at 270 even though. That's better than me wearing 298 though. I don't want to wear no 298 no more. So I go up and down. So and then now I just cut more calories or I can lose more weight. So it's based on the calories and everything that you eat though. So and now I lost 16 pounds more now. So I'm trying to get ready for America's Got Talent. I gotta tone down now. So
So, how does it feel just in the process of losing the weight? Does it make you more motivated? Do you feel like you have more energy?
it makes me more motivated. It makes me want to do more. It makes me want to motivate, and I also inspire others, my friends, younger people, to move around and stay active and do things what I do and stuff like that. So and it keeps my mind focused on moving and walking and staying active. Because if I stop moving around, I'll just be saying to myself, no, I don't want to be in a wheelchair. I don't want to be like nobody else being in a wheelchair and don't want to move and walk at all. So, but I have to keep myself, and I have to be consistent what I do and everything and stuff too. So, and I tell other people, like my cousin named Kelly. She talked to me yesterday on the phone, though. For example, she said, "Jamal, I am 500 pounds now," and I said, "Well, Kelly, you got to stop. You got to stop laying around. You got to get up and move around. You got to stop eating all that stuff." Kelly, though, is a cousin of mine. So I love her though. She's sweet as hell though, and I love her to death though. And I said, Kelly, you got to take better care of yourself. And I said a lot of it. I know a lot of it is stress and depression for what she's doing though, and I know a lot of her family and stuff don't really too much be supportive and help her and stuff though. And Kelly is a nice girl though. She's like one of my favorite cousins. She called me all the time. She said, "Well, Jamal, how you doing? And what you been up to? And can you give me some tips how to lose some more weight and how to get in better shape and stuff though?" And I said, "Well, Kelly, you got to get up out of that house. You got to walk." And I understand, like, when you be so big and overweighted, you're not gonna want to move around and do nothing though. And people, and I understand people that just don't seem to want to get out and walk and wants to put in the work though. You got to put in the work. You got to be consistent. Like I tell people, you're not gonna see no results if you don't put in the work. And you got to change your habit. And it's just like a lifestyle change for me though. And I have to eat certain foods that I have to eat. If I overdo it, I know I'm going to put on weight. So I have to put a limit to everything that I eat now. So
That is that is beautiful that you're motivated and you took action to do
yeah,
something differently. Really quick, I want to give a shout out to Mr. John Two Canes because he is a big supporter of
yeah,
Unfiltered Unspoken
yes,
Podcast.
I do too. And I think too came my friend though,
Uh,
and yeah, he said he want to go on Dancing with the Stars with me, and he want me to recommend him, promote him, and I told him I would do that for him in front of millions of people. And Toucan is my friend though, and I love him to death, but he cracks me up though.
he do.
I
He is
love, yeah,
all the time.
I love that little worrisome creature though.
He is, ain't he? You gotta love him. You gotta love him.
Yeah, yeah, even
But
though he old school though.
and I just wanted to make sure that I gave
Been
him
knocking the doors.
a shout out. So really quick, we're almost at time. I want to ask you really quick, what from your personal life experience, from someone that is struggling through depression and stress, which led you to obesity, from struggling through stress and depression, what advice would you give someone that is in the situation that you were in to help motivate them to get up and to do something about their health?
I would tell them First of all, I will tell them they have to start from somewhere. If a person ain't got scratch one and ain't really want to do nothing for themselves, and you don't have much money, at least go out and go for a walk. Go to a park or something. Go to a gym or something. Start somewhere. Start somewhere. Walk on the treadmill. Walk outside like for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. This is what I be telling my sister from my experience and what I had went through, and they can even come with me to work out. And a lot of people come with me to work out. It's starting to be like more than 4 or 5 people come out and work out with me and stuff though. And they said, well, Jamal, you have changed. This one lady named Ursula, she's a manager from Safe Warm Hands and Heart. She was my manager, and she going through a process of divorce. And I guess her and her husband is separated, whatever though. And she said, Jamal, you have motivated me, you had inspired me, you had changed my life, Giovanni. And I was just laying around Giovanni, and I was just being all sad and depressed. And then you had really got me into walking and moving around more. And I don't really too much be thinking about all that now. So and I'm a person, I'm always sitting down one-on-one talking to a person, and always give a person a good example of what to do and how to do things though. So, and that's what I do for a person. I'm always reaching out trying to help one another person. And you don't see too many people like that in life as a nice, kind person, always reaching out, helping people. And that's what the world's supposed to be about. People don't supposed to just be about themselves though in the world though. And you supposed to just you see somebody need help, you reach out and try to help them though. If you see them struggling though. But a lot of people here in Michigan though, I lived in Michigan all my whole life though. And I know how Saginaw, Michigan is. And Saginaw, Michigan people can be so crazy and could be so all about themselves though. And I know and I know it ain't too many places nowhere to go here in Michigan no more, because a lot of places have shut down and a lot of buildings, and you can't even go to a park no more. You can't even go to the Dial Event Center no more, barely, or to a movie no more here in Michigan, because there's so much stuff going on. There's so much crime and hatred going on here in Michigan. And when I was growing up here in Michigan, you didn't have all that activity and all that crime and all that stuff here in Michigan though. But I love Michigan though. But my dream is to get up out of Michigan and do something big and positive with myself though. And that's what I see in Michigan as me being 44 years old, and I've been living in here all my whole entirely life though. So
Okay. And as we close out, Shania is going to close it out with shameless plug. I just want to say Giovanni has 2 Instagrams. One of them were hacked. Actually, the one with the
TikTok,
9.9
yeah,
million views
yeah,
was hacked with 36K followers. So once he goes through his stuff, just make sure you click
yeah,
on the right TikTok because his page was hacked and we don't want you to click on the wrong one, so he's rebuilding his
that's true.
followers again. So the one that will be running across the screen is the one that you will use, not the other one with the 9.9 million views.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to get that back though, and I was gonna pay to try to get that back, but I just said, you know what? And there was some guy was saying, well, you can pay $100 to get that back, but I didn't feel that he was I thought he was a scam, so I just turned around and just blocked him though. So because he was saying he needs some other stuff, some other money though. I just said, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone, and I start me another TikTok page and start all over again. Then I get my followers to come on there to look at my videos and stuff. That's what I'm gonna do. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, Shania, it's on you, mama.
Hi, okay. So, is there anybody that you want to shout out? Any communities, any people that you're close to that would like a shout out?
Um I will shout out to my fans and people out here, and to let them know on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and to let them know that I went live on here, and all my fans and people out here to show my support out here to them. So, and just to show my appreciation out here to everybody, and you to Demetrius too out here to show love to everybody out here, and that's pretty much it, and you too. So, and I thank you, Demetrius, for everything though, for going live too. So,
Of course, I appreciate it. Can you tell people where to reach you at on social media? Your hashtags are scrolling at the bottom.
okay. Yeah, Giovanni Jamal Jackson. And on that's on TikTok, on Facebook, and my Instagram is Giovanni Jackson 069, and my TikTok is Giovanni Jackson 008.
No, I think it's just the 8.
Yeah, 8. It can be 8. Yes, 8. Yes,
It's
8.
8.
You're right.
Look, don't be
You're
giving
right.
them the wrong information. I know
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
everything right.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be forgetting it's 8. It's Giovanni Jackson 8.
Okay. All right. Giovanni, we want to thank you for being a guest on Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast. Well, we're going to continue to share. Sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
Go ahead. No, you can talk.
Okay. Well, we're going to continue to share life experiences of others in hopes that someone will connect to start their journey to healing. I want to give out a big shout out to Shania. Again, she's one of our youth at the Good Fight, a 501c nonprofit organization giving back to community, specifically our youth, domestic violence, all life traumas, and mental health, men, women, and youth. So I want to thank you so much, Shania, for getting the courage to come up here. You did an awesome job, as always. Shania, really quick, she's doing some amazing things, and she's going to be a star future youth that when you make that money, don't forget about, the Good Fight. You make sure you make a donation.
I will. I'm always getting back.
Look, both of y'all. I'm talking to Shania.
Yeah.
Shania is about to do some beautiful things. So thank you, Shania. I appreciate you. And we're going to continue to give you a platform for your voice. And also, if you haven't checked out Shania's episode, please go check out her episode and a little bit about her. Make sure you do too, Giovanni. You're going to be surprised. Yeah.
I'm going to go on there now and show my support.
Okay, yeah, definitely. She is 2 episodes, I think, before this one. No, you're actually the last episode, right? Yep, the last one before that.
Okay.
Yeah, so Giovanni, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Demetrius. Thank y'all so much.
My pleasure. Shout out Mr. John 2K.
Yeah, 2K.
Check out his episode too. Check out his episode too. He had an amazing episode as well. Yeah. Shania, we're gonna continue to share these life experiences, ain't you?
Yes, we are.
Changing one life at a time. And tune in each and every Monday at 8 p.m. We may be making some adjustments to some things. But tune in, check out our YouTube, come like, share, subscribe to Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast. Make sure you come. It's free support. The more people we get it will help support our mission and what we are doing.
Okay, I will do that.
Please do. If you don't, I'm gonna be texting you.
All right, I'm gonna do that in a little bit. I will be up on it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Hold on, Giovanni. We are about to end, and thank everyone that tuned in to watch us. We thank you. God bless you, and have a wonderful day. Y'all, please hold. Peace.